Three, two, one. What up? It's Jordan. We're back. The 6-0 podcast. After a long break, we have returned. But this time, a little different. We do not have Walker today. He's in Minnesota as he's recruiting Kirk Cousins to a interview right now. Hopefully that's going well. God bless him. But so to replace him, we got David Stein. Yes, a familiar face.
Like that? You like that?
Not really. But we also have a first-time guest star, Dylan Fauntleroy.
Hey y'all, what's up? Glad to be here.
Very exciting, very exciting. So this is a huge, different kind of podcast. For the first time, we're not going to be talking about football. We're talking about basketball. It's March, baby. We sleep in May. Dylan, tell us about the best basketball game you've ever been to. And I know the answer. I just want to hear it.
Yeah, the best basketball game I've ever been to was Duke and UNC in, what was that, 2019? No, 2020. 2020, like a week before lockdown. In Chapel Hill, I can't even remember the first shot, but basically Duke hits a shot to tie the game and go in overtime, and then they hit a game winner in overtime in the Dean Dome. Literally, UNC fans are just crying on the way out. It was an incredible game. The Trey Jones takeover game. But easily the best game I've ever been to.
I'll say this. I wish Duke had Trey Jones right now. If they did, they would be by far the best team in the country. But I will say this also. Yes, you know that's true. But I was going to say, did Dylan Loki sell his soul for a great game for the pandemic if it was like a week before?
Honestly, possibly.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think the world just revolved around Dylan's decision making there.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what happened.
All right. Well, we won't take any longer. We're gonna.
So you're not gonna ask me about the best basketball game I've ever been to? Okay, that's fine.
David, what's the best basketball game you've ever been to?
2011. First Redeemer Church.
Huge
game. Regular season, huge rivalry. Peyton DeLautry, David Stein, Preakness Lane. Who can count a better rivalry? Down 2 at the buzzer. Got it. But before the buzzer, the opposing team calls a timeout. They have none left. Oh my God, he pulled a Chris Webber. Who goes to the line? Yours truly to win the game. Does he hit him? Oh, after going 0 for 8 from the line before that? What? They're putting him on the line. What are they doing? Drains them both. Duke UNC. First Redeemer basketball.
Very inspiring right there. Well, anyways, let's get straight to it. I'm going to screen share, as we call them now. Didn't even know screen share was a thing before. All right. So we'll just run down the first round, and then we'll just go region by region, basically. We'll start off with the West. Gonzaga, Georgia State. Is anybody going with the home team? I am not.
My first upset of the day. Georgia State over Gonzaga.
Hey, don't sleep on Georgia State. They're probably the best team in Georgia right now.
That's not saying much, to be honest. But I got Gonzaga. I'm going to assume you guys do too.
Yeah, probably.
Not much to say there. Boise State, Memphis. What are we thinking, boys? David?
I have Memphis. Star power. I know nothing about Boise State. I just went with the stars there. It might have been a mistake because the only other thing I know about Memphis is they lost to Georgia. So it could be a mistake, but I have to do what I have to do.
Yeah, this is one of those games where I know it doesn't matter because the winner is losing in the second round, but I just cannot decide. Right now I've got Boise State. Boise State will be my official pick. They've got experience. Memphis turns the ball over a bunch. Boise State plays really good defense. If they played this game 10 times, they'd probably split it 5-5, but I'll go Boise State.
All right. I'm agreeing with Dylan here. I'm going with the Broncos. I feel like this game is just your classic, like everyone's going to pick Memphis because they've heard of them and nobody knows anything about Boise State, but then Boise State just wins in an irrelevant game.
Yeah.
That's just my guess. Here we go. A 5-12. A 5-12 here. You know how people like to pick this one. UConn, New Mexico State. Dylan, who do you got?
I've got UConn here. New Mexico State just doesn't do anything for me. Like they're not like an exciting 12, really.
David.
I've rode with New Mexico State multiple times as that 12 seed, and they failed me every single time. So this will be the one year they get it done because I'm picking UConn.
I agree with you, boys. I'm going UConn here. I think New Mexico State could hang around, but it'll be one of those where like UConn kind of controls it. I feel like they'll be in it for like more than a half. I think in the last like 8 minutes, UConn will pull away. All right, the Fighting JTs, Arkansas, Pig Suey, over against Vermont. We thinking 4-13 here?
I can start.
Oh, yeah, go for it, David.
Well, this is an interesting matchup because, yes, you have the Fighting JTs, of course, Arkansas, Pig Suey. But on top of that, you've got Vermont. Little known fact, only game I've been to in Cameron Indoor Stadium against Vermont, and they almost got the upset dub in Cameron Indoor. So I could see it going either way on the David Stein scale of connections. I could see Vermont because I know of Vermont, know their squad, but I have to go with the Fighting JTs.
I can go first or go next. I agree. I didn't really think about the Vermont thing with Duke, the little connection there with us. But I'm pretty sus about this game. I'm not gonna lie. It's over in Buffalo too, which is the Vermont. What Vermont's mascot?
The Catamounts.
The what?
The Catamounts.
Well, the Fighting Catamounts are gonna be showing up, but JT would never forgive me if I picked Vermont. I talked to him today. He said he feels good. So, Pig Suey.
Has JT ever felt bad about an Arkansas sporting event in his life?
Well, I know if I don't pick him, then he'll be like, dude, I told you I feel good about it. And I'll be like,
I got Vermont in this one. Vermont is the one seeded. Arkansas is like decent. They're not bad or anything, but I don't know. Vermont's got a good offense. Apparently, I can't say I've watched any Vermont basketball, but they seem like a decent pick for an upset.
I like it. I'm sus about it. I won't lie. Next, we got Alabama, the Fighting Jalen Kids against Rutgers or Notre Dame. Who do we got? David.
I can lead off on this one, actually. David led off on the last one. I've got Bama beating whoever wins that game. Neither of those teams are really impressive at all. Maybe some magic from Ron Harvard Jr., but probably not.
All right, I can go next again. I'm gonna say Rutgers beats Notre Dame. I'm gonna say Rutgers beats Alabama. Alabama lost to Georgia. That's all you need to know. They're the most inconsistent team of all time. So, and it feels. I think a last four team has won a first round game like every year. At least one of the four. So I feel like this is the best shot. So
I think that's right. I think one of them usually makes the Sweet 16 too.
Yeah.
So Alabama scares me because they can either be terrible or just absolutely kill whoever.
Hey David, can I pause it for you real quick? I think your AirPods are echoing, so I need you to take them off. Now talk.
What about now?
Okay, perfect.
That's all.
I think.
Okay, I think we're all good.
Continue.
So, Alabama can either blow out a team or.
If your AirPods dead, or like are they so connected to the computer?
No, I took them out.
Oh, I wonder what that is. Really annoying.
Yeah, I don't think it's me.
Finish it.
All right, we got it.
So my initial reaction was going Bama here, but the more and more I see Rutgers, if they get that dub, I might have to switch it to Rutgers. So this is a toss-up for me. Could go either way. I'm thinking if Rutgers gets the dub, I'm going to pick Rutgers.
All right, nice.
Notre Dame.
Next we got Texas Tech, Montana State, 3-14. I can go first. I won't lie. I I feel pretty like this is possible because Montana State's pretty good apparently. But I'm gonna go with Texas Tech because they're making. I got a strategy here. I'll show you later. Dylan.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't pick against Texas Tech. They play too good of defense for me to ever see them getting upset in the first round.
David.
Texas Tech.
All right. Next we got the Izzos, Dave and Davidson. What are we thinking? David.
I'm going the Fighting Izzos. I will throw out a fact. Davidson's best player, I learned this recently, transferred from Michigan State. Major revenge game. Major revenge game. This is a toss-up here. I'm going Michigan State for now.
Dylan.
I've got Davidson here. I'd like to throw out that for this part of the bracket, these two games, I will be in attendance for the Michigan State and the Duke games.
Oh yeah.
I've got Davidson here. I just don't really trust Michigan State. I don't know too much about Davidson, but I think Michigan State's a little overrated at 7. So.
All right. I agree with you, Dylan. I'm going Davidson. They got some chucksters on their team. Michigan State's not as good as usual. And it's in Greensville, which is pretty not too far from Davidson.
Yeah.
Duke, Cal State, Fullerton. Duke kind of been trash lately. Are they even more trash than that? Because I'm going with Duke.
I'm going Duke.
Yeah, I gotta go Duke here. I really haven't even read anything about Cal State Fullerton because I trust Duke.
All right. So I'll fill out this region now, just me straight, and then we can switch the screen share, and then Dylan can go, and then David. So I got Gonzaga beating Boise State. We basically alluded to it. Arkansas, UConn. I think this is going to be a good game. I'm going to go Arkansas for JT. Texas Tech, Rutgers. I feel like Texas Tech's defense is too strong, and I've been saying it for 2 freaking months. Duke's out the first weekend. I'm continuing that trend. Davidson, just because it's in North Carolina, just because they play like Virginia Tech, and they chuck. So I expect us to get cooked because we can't play defense. Next, Gonzaga over Arkansas. Then I'm going Texas Tech in the Elite Eight. I think it was a rematch in an Elite Eight game a couple years ago. Texas Tech got to the Final Four, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna go Gonzaga. They're gonna represent. They're gonna get to the Final Four again. All right. Who wants to go next?
You could have just said it out loud. You can just keep your screen. Just change them. Just change them to what we say.
That's confusing.
That's a lot of work. We can also just.
It's faster to do this.
Oh wait, but you got to put on the sharing for us.
How do I do that? For participants. There we go. Did I do it?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. So here's mine. Oops. So Gonzaga, Boise State. Not really much to say here. I got the Zags. UConn, Vermont. This is actually where I have my double digit in the Sweet 16.
Ooh.
I really don't trust UConn that much. The only reason I don't pick them to get upset in the first round is because I really don't care for New Mexico State at all. But Vermont seems pretty solid. They can rebound, which is like the one thing UConn can do. So yeah, I've got Vermont. Then Bama, Texas Tech. I've got Texas Tech. Once again, their defense. I think Bama's too inconsistent to trust. I've got Duke over Davidson.
Don't listen.
Too talented. Just too talented. Then, unfortunately, the run comes to an end for the Catamounts. Gonzaga wins pretty easy. Got Texas Tech over Duke, so we've got the same Elite Eight game here. Like you said, rematch of a couple of years ago, and I've got the Zags advancing to the Final Four.
All right. David. I like the Vermont one. I like it.
How do I do
I gotta have some boldness somewhere.
Press screen share, David.
I got it. See my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So got Gonzaga over Memphis. No need to explain. Got Arkansas over UConn, fighting JTs. Have Texas Tech over Rutgers, hoping. And then here, of course, Gotta represent. Gotta go. Tom Izzo getting the
Just like flex
His
the
career.
jersey.
Legend ends the coach's ends his career. What a tragic loss.
I would kill myself if Izzo ended Coach K's career.
David Stein pissed. Chris Stein pissed. Jordan Stein pissed. How can it end like this? Well, it just did. Then I've got Gonzaga over the Fighting JTs. Unfortunately, I'm just afraid Vermont will get that dub. So there's no way I'm picking Arkansas to go past Gonzaga there. And then you've got Texas Tech getting the dub over Michigan State, and you've also got Gonzaga making it.
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty hard to pick this region without ending up with either that Elite Eight or just Duke swapped out for Texas Tech. Like
Yeah, basically.
anything besides that is kind of out there.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to get past that one or 2 or 3, depending on who gets there.
All right. Just give me a sec. Talking to a fan. All right, so we'll go back to this. I'll get back here, and we can go to the next region. What region do we want to go to next, boys? Do we want to take it to the South? Do we want to go East or Midwest?
Maybe the East.
All right, East it is. First round, we got Baylor 1 seed. Some people thought Baylor shouldn't have gotten 1 seed, which I found was a little interesting.
I thought they were the weakest of the ones, but
I
thought
agree. They're the weakest, but I don't know which other 2 seeds you can put in. But
yeah,
I got Baylor, pretty easy.
yeah.
All right, David, I assume you do too. North Carolina Marquette. What are we thinking here? I'll go first, I guess. I got Marquette. First of all, fuck North Carolina. That's enough of a reason. Second of all, UNC is not good. And third of all, this is another game where I think everyone's going to pick like UNC to beat like Baylor or something. And then they just lose. So, and Shaka Smart. Okay. Marquette's not too bad either. So let's go Shaka Smart. So, Dylan, you want to go next?
Yeah, this game is also like, I'm telling you, these 8, 9s, and 7, 10s, they're always just ridiculous. But this game specifically, I hate because Shaka Smart at Marquette this year is just chaos. I mean, it's all just chaos with him, but particularly this year. So I don't know. I'm going North Carolina. I just trust the talent and like the consistency a little bit more, but I could go either way.
My analysis of this game will have nothing to do with the game. It solely has to do with I'm picking UNC because if they lose, I'm happy. I don't really care. And if they win, at least I got it right in my bracket.
Yeah, at least get 10 points.
Yeah, good, decent logic. All right, next we got St. Mary's, and then the winner of Wyoming and Indiana. I was a little surprised Indiana made it. I don't know why.
Indiana's good. I don't know. I guess maybe their like their resume didn't look fantastic, but I think they're a good team.
Yeah.
I went St. Mary's. I don't love it, but I got St. Mary's as my pick for now, my official pick.
I can go. Yeah, I got St. Mary's too. I'm not crazy about it. I think I'm picking it more because of Wyoming and Indiana than it is St. Mary's. Like I don't really know too much about Wyoming or Indiana. I know St. Mary's beat Gonzaga, so they got these big games. So yeah, that's no logic there. David?
I'm afraid if Indiana gets the dub, but I'm going to say St. Mary's for now just because they beat Gonzaga, and you got to be decent to beat Gonzaga as late in the year as they did.
All right, David, you can do the next pick. UCLA, Akron. Bruins going to make it back to the
tournament experience. You would think they can get the dub against Akron here.
Dylan?
Yeah, pretty much agree. I mean, Akron shouldn't even be here. It should be Kent State if they didn't get all those players suspended. So
True.
you'd think UCLA would get it done.
Da-da-da-da! Jordan Stein, block of the week. UCLA, but Akron plus 14. Feeling good about it.
Okay, interesting.
Next, we got Texas and Virginia Tech. David, I guess, or Dylan. I don't know. Someone go.
I'll go first. So I feel like, unfortunately, this upset is too easy. Like, I feel like Virginia Tech are hot. Texas, they're not that. Not very impressed with Texas, but that's what I'm afraid of. I have Virginia Tech, and I think Virginia Tech's definitely going to get the dub, and that's how they lose by 20.
Yeah. This game, I've got Texas. I'm torn on it. The hot streaks sometimes mean nothing in March. Like sometimes teams are hot and they get to March. It's almost like Georgia Tech last year, like they make that ACC tournament run and then they play a decent team and lose. So I've got Texas. Like I was saying before this started, this is going to be maybe the slowest game of the entire tournament. But yeah, Texas by a couple points.
I'm gonna go Virginia Tech. Just basically, I was a little torn on this too. This was one of the games where I wasn't too sure about. I just went with the double digit one. I feel like 11s have good success against 6s, so
yeah,
it's a hotter team, I guess, basically. But yeah, I mean, whatever. Next, we got Purdue, Yale. Do we have a 13-14 upset here? I do not. Purdue.
Yeah, hard to do against Purdue.
David, any upset special?
I'm double checking. Yes, I do. Go Yale. I guess I picked Yale off rip. So that might end up changing. But yeah, I guess I have Yale right now. I think it goes back to I never trust Purdue in the tournament. And, those Ivy League schools, they tend to be decent. The Harvard, the Yales, the Cornells of the world, maybe. I don't know if Cornell's been in it, but.
All right. Next, we got a pretty good game, I think. I think this will be pretty entertaining. San Francisco, Murray State. Dylan.
Yeah, this one was tough for me because they're two teams that I've watched each of them once. But like a lot of power ratings like both of them. I went Murray State because it's hard for me to overlook 30-2. I know I know the competition isn't great, but I don't know. That speaks for itself. So got Murray State. I think San Francisco is actually the favorite for this one.
Yeah, I think they are, but not by much.
Yeah,
basically a toss-up, I think. David.
So yes, definitely a toss-up. I went back and forth on this one. Personally, I'm pissed that these two teams are playing each other in the first place. They should have switched San Francisco and Miami right here. USC should be playing San Francisco and Murray State should be playing Miami. But if you're making the pick, I'm gonna pick the Fighting Ja Morants, but it could change before Thursday.
All right. I agree. I'm going with the Fighting Ja Morants over the Fighting Bill Russells. Yeah, I feel like this one's basically tossed up. I think it'll be a good game, but I also want the Kentucky Murray State beef. They're both in Kentucky, so it'd be beef.
That's true.
I'm going with Kentucky. I assume you are all too.
Yeah.
Should I do the rest of my bracket, or does somebody want to go first on this region?
Go ahead. You already got it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got Baylor over Marquette. I got UCLA over St. Mary's pretty comfortably. I've seen this one as an upset one, but I'm going to stick with Purdue. I see this one. I see this one as another one of those twos losing on first weekend. I'm going to go with Kentucky. Then I'm going to go UCLA. I'm going with UCLA over Baylor. Baylor's got the one guy hurt, and UCLA's got a lot of firepower and everything. They're getting healthier. Purdue and Kentucky, I'm going to go with Kentucky. Ashibwe's a beast. Purdue doesn't play any defense. Kentucky will get the dub. And then it hurts me to do this, but I got Kentucky coming out of the region. Thank you. Who's next?
I'll go next. So, let me throw in my first round picks here, just if anybody needs a recap. So, I've got Baylor over UNC. I can't see UNC scoring on that defense. The only reason they could score against Duke in the one game that anybody watched North Carolina play this year is because Duke's defense is terrible. Then I've got UCLA, so exactly the same. Then we got Virginia Tech over Yale. I'm starting to see what my logic was here with that Yale upset. Got Kentucky close. This is a close one against Murray State.
I agree. It's going to be a close one.
I'm sticking with Baylor over UCLA just because I feel like everyone's going to be picking UCLA in this spot just because of last year. And then I've got Kentucky against Baylor. And unfortunately, I'm doing the same damn thing and picking Kentucky.
Then that UCLA Baylor game is pretty huge.
Yeah. I'll go ahead. So, I've actually got. I'm pulling what Jordan said. He thought a lot of people would pull. Go North Carolina over Baylor. I don't know. I think North Carolina's forward play might give them some trouble. I know Baylor's just more athletic, better defense. Will probably win, but I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling it. UCLA will struggle with St. Mary's, but I think they win. Purdue, I love Jaden Ivey, so I got to pick Purdue. And Kentucky over Murray State, I don't think is particularly close. Then got UCLA. North Carolina's end comes to a run. They're just not talented enough to play with UCLA. Kentucky, Purdue is a weird game to me. I just think Kentucky's a little bit better at everything, but I think it's like a decent matchup. And same as you guys, I think Kentucky's just the best team in this region. I got Kentucky to the Final Four. Sheboy is going to be carrying. The rebounding is just ridiculous. So yeah, Kentucky to the Final Four.
How many tabs do you have?
A lot.
All right. Yeah, the thing with Baylor is nobody trusted them much, but defending national champions, they're not too hot, I guess, in next year.
Yeah.
My kind of logic. The UCLA one is a little, I don't know. I was a little back. That was one I was a little back and forth with because Akron, I had the plus 14, but I was like, if they lose, like, I would suck. Like, I could see it. Like, I could see the Akron game. I could see it.
Yeah.
All right. Next, I guess we'll go with the South. Arizona, we all have them. How about first-year coach? Oh, no. We got 10 minutes.
Oh, shoot.
Let's speed it up. TCU, Seton Hall. I'm going TCU. I don't know why. I just picked them.
I got TCU too.
I've got TCU, and only because the Barstool boys went storm chasing there. That's
There you
the only reason.
Next, I got UAB. There's my 12-5 upset. I'm going with the Fighting Jalen kids once again. Jelly, pretty good. Houston, a little suspect. This just screams 12-5 upset to me.
I don't know. I think Houston's one of my favorite teams this tournament. Hard for me to see UAB winning here.
Yeah, it's tough for me because if UAB would have gotten another 5, I'd feel a lot more confident. But I told myself going in, Jelly Walker's the man. So I went with the 12 here.
All right, Chattanooga, Illinois. I'm going Illinois. Illinois finished first in the Big Ten. I didn't even realize that, but Kofi Cockburn is a beast. So I'm going Illinois. David.
Illinois. I went with, they were my national champion last year. They let me down, but that wasn't until round 2, I believe. So
there you go.
Same.
Trust them in round 1.
Same. I was
Same.
Illinois.
I got Illinois. I picked them last year. They let me down, but I trust them at least get out of the first round this year.
All right. Next, Colorado State, Michigan. Michigan sucks. You know, they were like preseason top 5. I'm going Colorado State. The season ends in disappointment. It's been a disappointment.
I don't know. Michigan has like kind of figured things out down the stretch. I'm picking Colorado State, but I really don't love it. I think Michigan are like 3-point favorites or something like that.
Yeah, I know Michigan favored.
Yeah, I'm going Michigan here just because I think it'd be hilarious that they're going to show Juan Howard punch that dude or slap that dude about 1,000 times because this will be, I think, his first game back. No, I think he coached the conference tournament. But either way, this will be the first game that people are watching again with Juwan Howard, and I think it'd be awesome if he gets the dub after they show that 1,000 times.
All right, I'm going next. Tennessee and Longwood. I'm going the Vols. They're hot right now. They'll take care of business.
Yeah, I got Vols as well. I've actually never heard of Longwood until this tournament, so that's fine.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee because it's people are complaining that they should have gotten the 2 seed, so they must be really good. That's
Next, Ohio State and the Sister Jeans. I'm going with the Sister Jeans. I feel like a lot of people are picking the Sister Jeans, and I'm gonna be one of them. That trendy 10-7.
I'll go the Sister Jeans as well with Loyola Chicago. I have seen Ohio State play. I wouldn't be surprised, but the catch is I think a lot of people will pick them to get to the Sweet 16 again.
All right.
I got the Sister Deans as well. The Ohio State defense is just terrible. So
All right. We got like 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So I got Arizona over TCU. I got Illinois over UAB. I got Tennessee over Colorado State. I got Villanova over Sister Jeans. This one was one of them that I was struggling with. And I ended up picking Villanova. I feel like there's one bracket that needs to have a 1-2 in the Elite Eight that I have. Spoiler alert, my last one doesn't have a 1-2. So I went with that, and I'm picking Arizona. Arizona, they're really good. Very underrated. Their coach is the coach of the year. So, all right. So, okay.
Who wants to go first? I can go first, I guess.
yeah, David, you can take it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go. So got Arizona over TCU. Got UAB getting the upset over Illinois. A lot of pick and rolls with Jelly Walker going to get on Cockburn. He's going to shoot right in Cockburn's face over and over again. Jelly Walker gets the dub there. Tennessee and Villanova. Like I said, trendy pick will be Loyola. That's why I'm going against it. Then I'm going opposite. Yes, tough one for me, but I'm going Tennessee here. I think Tennessee's guards actually match up well with Gillespie and Villanova's guards. So I think that's a good matchup for them. Then I'll go Arizona getting the dub over UAB. UAB, you better get that 12-5 upset. And then 3 for 3, I'm going Arizona as well. Can we stop that, please?
We're so smart. Dylan.
Yeah.
You join in on the party too.
Let me run through this. So start on the second round. I've got Arizona over TCU. They're just way more talented. Houston, I really like. I said that earlier. I've got them over Illinois.
Yeah.
Tennessee, this region, I love Arizona, Houston, and Tennessee. This has been a really tough one for me to pick. And then Nova over the Sister Jeans. Then after that, 1-5, 2-3. Got Arizona winning over Houston. I think it's really close, maybe overtime. Tennessee as well, similar Elite Eight. But I've got Tennessee winning in the Elite Eight, actually. I'm going to admit the balls to the Final Four. I don't know. I like what this team's, the way they've been playing like the last month or so.
All right, let's go to the last one. And then we can make our Final Four picks. Screen share. All right, Midwest. I got Kansas. Assume everybody else does too.
Yeah.
I got San Diego State. Don't know why. I got Iowa. Yeah, I assume. Who do you guys have in the 8-9? I guess you can.
I got SDSU as well. Defense.
I have Creighton just because I watched them blow out Providence the other day, so I actually have Creighton in that one.
Iowa, Richmond.
I have Iowa.
Iowa, Keegan Murray carrying.
All right, this is my bracket of hell. San Diego State over Providence.
Me too.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't trust Providence. This one was a tough one because both teams suck, but I agree with you.
I'm going Iowa State because LSU's coach just got fired. How are they gonna? What are they doing here?
That happened a few years ago when Will Wade was suspended. And they made it to Sweet 16. So
Iowa State's actually a pretty good defensive team, and I could see LSU just being chaotic offensively with that whole situation going on. So I actually have the 6-11 upset here.
Both these teams were good in non-conference, terrible or underwhelming in conference. Not really impressed with either of them. I've got LSU, but none of them are good.
Yeah, if you remember when I said this is the bracket of hell, Colgate, Wisconsin is that trendy 3 seed that everyone's picking in the Final Four, but they'll end up losing the first round. It happened to Texas last year. I feel like that always happens. So I'm going Colgate.
David?
So I don't hate this pick because I'm really leaning towards getting Iowa State to the Sweet 16, but I don't know if I want 2 11s in the Sweet 16. So I'm thinking I'm still on the debate for the Wisconsin-Iowa State game. So I did go Wisconsin here, but yes, I could see the upset there.
No. Okay.
I went for the upset as well. I went Colgate. I think this is the biggest upset of the tournament. Wisconsin is I think they're second in Ken Palm's luck rating. I think their luck runs out. Colgate also blew out Syracuse this year, so I have to respect them.
All right, USC Miami. I'm just picking USC just because of the connection. Auburn, Jacksonville State. I want to say this. If the 2 seed's going to lose, it's going to be this game. But I'm not that bold, so I'm going to say Auburn. But that game's got me sus. So I guess I'll go through this.
Going 0 for 40 again and them losing, but yes, unfortunately, I'm picking.
I'm just going to try to. I'll upgrade this after this. But I got Iowa going over San Diego State. I got Colgate continuing because I don't trust LSU that much. I got Auburn over USC. Then I got Auburn to the Elite Eight. And then I got Iowa beating Kansas. And then I'm going to go with Iowa to get to the Final Four. So
Okay, I'll just go ahead and go because Jordan's fucking me over here.
What do you mean?
Kansas, Iowa, and then I'm going Wisconsin. That could change. Auburn, Iowa to my Final Four.
Let's go.
Kill
Wait,
me.
y'all just say the exact same Final Four?
Yes, and that was no pre discussion about this. This is off dome. That was my Final Four.
We got a minute.
Okay, I got a minute. I can run mine real quick. So, Kansas and San Diego State. I got Kansas. I got Iowa. I got LSU here. Really not impressed with them, but they made it to Sweet 16 somehow. Auburn again. Kansas, another 1-2. I got Kansas for this one. I don't love it, but I don't know. I feel like both these teams are Elite Eight quality, but neither of them are Final Four quality. Kansas just is slightly better in wins.
All right, I got Gonzaga and Arizona in the championship. Gonzaga winning it, but it's a toss-up. I'm just going as it's Gonzaga's time. David Dillon.
I got Kentucky.
You go.
My screen was up, so I figured I'd do it. I got Kentucky. Oh, no, Tennessee. I got Kentucky. Oh, wait. I just switched these completely. I had the Zags, Tennessee. Zags winning.
David.
I'm not going to share my screen, but I have Kentucky getting the dub over Gonzaga. I have Arizona getting the dub against Iowa. Classic Kentucky-Arizona, possible kind of blue blood matchup. And then I've got Kentucky winning the national championship because if they lose early, I'll be happy either way.
You're bad.